All right, everybody. Welcome back to another Art with Errol podcast. Well, we didn't do it on Monday, but it's Tuesday checking in. So, man, we're almost in April, y'all, and it has been a totally rough year. Just the first 3 months gone, right? It's just been a rough year, man. I didn't get the podcast done yesterday because I stumbled and hit my leg, and my leg apparently had a fracture. I guess I should do the introduction out and always forget to say, if you're new to the podcast, I'm Errol. I'm your host. I'm an artist, graphics designer. I'm a casual gamer. Let's just say casual because I don't play enough to be saying, yeah, I'm full-time gamer. I'm not a full-time gamer. So I do gaming. So we do artwork and gaming, and currently, working at a gym, so family, all that stuff, right? Yeah, that should sum up the intro, I think. This one here is going to be a lot more on the fly, y'all. Honestly, I just want to kind of, vent about the terrible year, We had just a rough go this year. So, yeah, I got a fracture in my leg, and so I got this, well, not in my leg. It's actually in my above or in my knee or near my knee or something. So it's got to keep the whole leg straight, and I got to keep my weight off of it. So I don't have a cast. It's just one of these giant things that just kind of wraps your leg and holds it straight or whatever. But man, it's rough getting around with crutches and stuff. I don't know if you've ever had to get around with crutches, but it sucks. So that's where we're at, y'all. And, obviously I wanted to get the podcast done yesterday, but, life happens, right? Things happen. So, yeah, we're doing it on Tuesday. It's all good. Just chit-chatted up about where we're at in life and what's going on. I mean, I want to do more with our artwork. I want to finish the Jimi Hendrix painting that we've been working on. It's coming along pretty well. It is. It really is coming along pretty well. I am happy with where it's going. There's little things I need to tweak on it. I know that his eyes are slightly closer together in my picture, so I got to kind of create space and kind of scoot the eyes a little bit more out, especially on this side of the face, I noticed. So, and just tightening up little things like the hair, fading the I did the shirt with a blue outline. I want to kind of fade it a little bit into the black, so I'm going to do that. And then also doing the gold rings and the gold chain, which is some kind of Aztec medallion attached to it. So the aura is starting to look good too. So I mean, the painting is coming together. If I can get time to paint on Wednesday and Thursday, I think we can be close to finishing it. If not finishing it, you know what I mean. So the artwork, I always want to do more, but just time and life events have been hindering a lot of things. I had wanted to do some on Saturday, but my leg was hurting so bad. I didn't know it was fractured. I was trying to stay off of it, and I was actually walking around on it and didn't even know it was fractured. I was just thinking it was just badly bruised because it has a hump on it or whatever. I forgot what the doctor said. It's something that the body will absorb. So I banged my leg pretty doggone hard, which sucks. And I've been enjoying Crimson Desert. So when I do get a chance to play, I've been enjoying Crimson Desert. Even though the controls are really rough around the edges, man. Everybody knows that. We don't gotta harp on it, I guess. But I had put some time into the game. I'm about 20 hours into the game itself. Um, which is decent. I would like to put more time into it because obviously the game is very long, so it's gonna take me forever to beat it. Because you know, gaming every now and then, here and there, it's like, I'll never see the end of the game. If I get like a day that I could just sit and play the game, that would be great. Dedicate some full time to it, but just getting an hour or two here and there, it's gonna take me forever to get through and figure things out. But it's all good. I still like the game, and they've been patching it. That's the good thing. It's like, Pearl Abyss has been coming through with the patches and the game. It looked great from the start, but quality of life patches and just like little patches for the graphics and all kinds of other stuff, and they did do some control work. So the game is a lot better now, I would say, than when it launched. But obviously there's still more that needs to be done with that game. But still, I'm enjoying the game, even though it did launch a little rough around the edges. So yeah, life has just been hitting hard, y'all. And all I could do is sit and take these punches. Accidents happen, hurt myself. I lost my dad this year, which is crazy. And my uncle in the same weekend, dude. That's nuts, dude. It's crazy. Just been a rough year. We're only 3 months in, man. We're going into April. Going into April, and the year has just been like, wow, it's been crazy. So that's kind of where we at. Oh, here come the dogs and stuff. And I just really want to complete the painting. So hopefully I can get back to a normal schedule starting next week, y'all. I mean, I know I've been kind of like off schedule because we're doing this on Tuesday, and we didn't get much done last week because of things going on. So, getting back on schedule has been rough. It's days where I kind of like didn't have my morning little video when I wanted it. There was been it's been all around a rough go around this year. So I'm trying my best to get us back on task, back on schedule. But the forces are fighting against me, y'all. They're fighting against me. So yeah, that is where we're at, and I've been honestly trying my best, y'all. Just trying my best each day, and I think that's all we can really do. When you're going through it, you just gotta ride that struggle bus until you come to a point where you're off it, I guess, until you get off of it. So, gaming wise, I am still looking forward to what is 007 First Light and Wolverine this year. So I mean, those are some games. Then we also got Gears of War, E-Day. There's a lot of good games coming out this year. I just don't never have time to play them all. If I play them for a little bit, I get a little bit of time each day or whatever, every other day or on the weekend. If I get like a little time, hey, that's good. But it's not like I have like hours upon hours that I could just be gaming. So, but there are a lot of games coming out this year that I have a little interest in. And for the artwork, we're pressing if I get this Jimi Hendrix paintings done, I definitely want to do the portrait of my father. And then someone had requested a while back, which I'm kind of slow to get into things. The Archangel Gabriel, I think it was. So we got that on the list of you know paintings to do. So we'll get that done as well. So that's at least two more after this, and then we'll come up with some ideas. And like I always say, man, I'm open to ideas when it comes to artwork. You can message me all kinds of different ways. You can either write it in the comments on YouTube or wherever, or on artwitherrol.com. You can contact me that way. I'm also on X, so plenty of ways to say, hey, will you paint this or draw this or whatever. I'll add it to the list, man. I'm pretty open as long as it's not in taste, it's not like something that's like derogatory or anything like that, you know what I mean? Nothing too sexualized or anything like that. So, because those are things that you do, and then you get in a lot of trouble, especially if it's like something that, we're not gonna do anything that's gonna get us in trouble. So, and I know it's artwork when it comes to like, you're doing like paintings of nudity or anything like that, but just rather not risk any kind of stuff like that, when it comes to artwork. Just kind of organizing some things here. So, yeah, life has been rough. We've been on a struggle bus. As we all know, it's just it hadn't got better because I jacked up my leg, y'all. It hasn't gotten better. It's gotten worse. I've been in severe pain, This has been like the thing was like it was odd that it wasn't healing, so I ended up going back to. I went to the ER first. What was it? After it happened, it was a few days later. I went to the ER. They couldn't see anything when they did the X-rays, but then the pain was still there for like a week, and then I was like, I gotta go back to the ER. So I went back to the ER, and then they found that it was fractured up high, not down low where I hit my leg. And I guess that can happen. It's called an impact fracture. If you ever heard of that, I don't know. Where the impact can cause it to fracture in a different spot or something. I don't know. It's weird, man. It's weird. Things are weird, I guess. I classify it as weird. But yeah, the struggle bus, y'all. I would like to get off the struggle bus. I need help getting off the struggle bus. So until my leg heals up, I'm going to be restricted on my movement and stuff. But stuff still got to go on. The show must go on. The show must go on, y'all. So, yeah. And I know this one's more off the cuff, man. I didn't outline anything. I just was like, I missed the podcast, and then all we could do was really talk about what's been going on, and just try to look at what's the way forward. I think we just got to get back on task. I keep saying that because it's been a challenge to get back on task, and I want to get back on task, but it's like I said, it just seems like things keep happening, y'all. Things keep happening. And we got spring break coming up, right? So kids about to be out of school, all that stuff, right? Yeah, just a nonstop flow of things going on. But at least for one thing, I've been able to get the bit of gaming news going most days. I think I might have missed one day or two here. I've been taking Sunday off, which to me is great. Gives me a little mental break. But I've been trying to push at least a bit of gaming news every day on the gaming channel. So that's probably my most successful channel too, because the art channel has been very slow to grow. Even though I've been posting the podcast, so we got the podcast and the artwork going up on the Art with Errol channel, and then the Art with Errol gaming is just, I've been doing a bit of gaming news mostly, but it's been doing pretty decent. I mean, I look back at the analytics and just bring up the front main page of the YouTube, and it's showing 34 plus subscribers in the last 28 days, so that's great. I mean, at least it's moving up. It's not in the negative. It's all good, all good. We'll get this podcast posted on the Art with Arrow channel. Like I said, I gotta find time to make clips of it, but it's such a struggle to do the clips and stuff, And like I said, I was trying out that Opus clip. I said that before, but it sometimes messes up the words. Unless you're paying for it, you can't edit it. So that's kind of sucks. I think it should be an option to turn off the words if it's not correct or something. If they're not gonna let you edit it, I don't know. If you're using the free version, they gotta give you some editability with the text. Man, it just doesn't make any sense. Or just not have text on it. Maybe it's just a clip of the person talking. But that kind of sucks. So I stopped using it. I basically deleted my account, I think. I was like, yep, I'm done with this because I can't. The words are always jacked up. So, making clips is another thing that's you gotta spend a lot of time trying to cut it right, and then if you want to add the little words popping up, you gotta go in and do that. So that's a lot. It's a lot. It is a lot, y'all. But as far as doing a bit of gaming news, I've just been doing that because it's like a 3-minute video, right? 3 minutes or less. That's where I'm keeping it. And that's just easy for me because I could just throw that down real quick. We can edit it and get it posted, and then I could go to work in the mornings. Or if I'm off, I could just post it and then, chill out. So that's, I think that's something I can keep going no matter what. That's pretty easy to keep that one going. When it comes to doing edits on the podcast or just chopping that up, that's a whole challenge in itself. Which really I don't think I need to do. I don't think I need to make a bunch of clips of it. I think what I need to do is just do more of the artwork. If I can find time, maybe at lunch when I'm on lunch, I can do some sketch work, some simple sketching or something, and just have shorts of that maybe. I don't know. Gotta come up with some kind of idea to get more out of the art channel. Because squeezing out spare time is always difficult. Squeezing out spare time. How do you squeeze out spare time in your life? You gotta find it. Where do we find the spare time? It's a challenge, yo. That's the challenge. That is the challenge. But I think I kind of covered all the stuff I really wanted to talk about, y'all. Just kind of rambling at this point. But it's Tuesday, not Monday. So we didn't get this done on Monday. It's all good. Life happens. And we will push forward. We will push through. That's the thing I think, is to have the right mindset. Even though everything's fighting against me, I'm not giving up. I'm not giving up. We're going to keep pushing forward. That's what we're going to do. No matter what, we're going to keep pushing forward, yo. We're going to keep working on stuff. And, if we don't get it done on the scheduled day, hey, we just push it to the next day or try squeeze it in another time. I don't know. Got to keep moving forward. Gotta keep the right attitude, yo. I was watching. I don't know if folks watch Theory Savers. I was watching him, and he had like a meet and greet kind of thing he was doing, or something. And he told one guy that asked him about YouTube, and he said the main thing is to be consistent. Like, apparently, when he started, he was doing 2 to 3 videos a day. Must have been nice. I definitely don't have time to do 2 or 3 videos. If I get one on there, I'm happy. So I mean, just being consistent. It's always been something that I've said that I think is what grows your channel. Is, people know when to find you. And that you're reliable. That you're going to be posting. I think that's the main thing, is the consistency. If you could be consistent, your channel can grow. That's what I believe. Yeah, it would be nice if you could post more than one video, because you have opportunities to catch a morning crowd and the evening crowd, which is good, right? If you post one in the morning, you post one in the evening, you're catching 2 groups of people that probably wouldn't see your content if you only post them in the morning like I do. So, maybe there's some logic to that, but not everybody's capable. Not everybody has the time, so that's where the challenge lies, That's where the challenge lies. But we do the best we can with what we have, y'all. And that's where we're at. So let's talk about our schedule. We're trying to get back on task, even though we've been, slipping. Monday is supposed to be our podcasting day. Tuesday is usually an off day for me. Tuesday and Sunday is off. So I do Wednesday art, and then Thursday art, and then hopefully Friday gaming if I can get it. Get some game streaming in on Friday. And then Saturday, every day during the week, I am posting that bit of gaming news. I'll just look up news. If it seems interesting to me, I'll talk a little bit about it or something. Ask questions to the audience, and it's an engagement kind of piece, it's a little opinion with the engagement, that's what it's meant to be. So it's kind of where we're at with stuff. We're at 281 though on the Art with Errol gaming channel, and I think for where we at on the art channel, because that one's been kind of growing a lot slower. Only +3 in the 28 days, but I mean we're at 378 over there. So the fact that my gaming channel is only 2 years old and it's starting to catch up with my main channel, which I had forever, 2017, 2018, something like that. This one, I believe this one will surpass my art channel at some point. I was hoping that, because I have the 2, that, some of these people will, cross over to the art channel as well, but maybe it doesn't show. I don't know how the algorithm associates the 2 channels, because they're both the same name. It just one has gaming at the end. So I don't know. But for the most part, I'm happy with the growth on the gaming channel. If I could do more artwork, I think the artwork channel, our Art with Errol channel, will grow more too. It's just squeezing time. I'm squeezing it out of nowhere. Squeezing time to do something. It's rough. It's rough. All right, y'all. We're around 25 minutes almost. And I think, going forward, we're going to try to get back on schedule like we said last week. We're just going to keep pushing. I know I got appointments coming up. My kids got appointments coming up. So, I mean, that's going to always interfere. family comes first. Health comes first. So if I got an appointment and I can't do something, it just won't get done. We'll push it, or we'll try to do it the following week. So I mean, it's always gonna be days like that. But the main thing is that we're still trying. We're still working on content. We're trying to get better, and our channel is growing. So I mean, that means we're doing something right. We're doing something right. Because we've been, for the most part, consistent. Just missing a few here or there. For the most part, we've been consistent. So, yeah. So I guess we'll end with the follow on Spotify. The podcast, you can find it pretty much on every major podcasting platform, I believe, which would be the Amazon Music, Apple Podcasts, and also on the Art with Errol channel on YouTube. So you can also follow the gaming channel on YouTube, follow us on X, also artwitherrol.com. So there's all kinds of ways to find me. If you want to request artwork or anything like that, don't be afraid to send a message. I will add it to the list. We are slow going with it, but we will add it to the list. It gives me more stuff to work on later. So, don't forget to like, follow, subscribe, whatever it is, to wherever platform you're on, and stay tuned, because I'm gonna keep pushing, y'all. We're gonna keep working it, and we're gonna try to get to a better level. It's just gonna have to take some time. All right, y'all. I'm out of here, man.